Have you ever sat down to work, but your brain just said no? You got deadlines to hit, goals to reach, promises that you've made to yourself, but your energy is gone. Your motivation is missing. Well, most people wait for that spark to come back. But if you want to keep growing, you need something stronger than motivation. And that's what this video is all about. So I'm going to jump right into it because if you're feeling done, you don't need fluff. Instead, you need help right now. So let's start with point number one. Shift from emotion to commitment. Motivation is a feeling, but commitment is a decision. And most people wait until they feel ready. But commitment kicks in before that feeling arrives. And yes, it's easier to make a decision when you're not running on empty. But here's the twist. This moment, right now, when you're feeling done, that's actually one of the best times to make a real decision because you're not pretending. You're fully aware of the cost. And from that clarity, you can decide what matters most. And you can decide what you're going to follow through on. The goal isn't just to start strong, it's to stay in the game long enough to win. And that starts with making the decision, not a choice, but a decision. Because a decision means you're cutting off all the other possibilities. You don't just pick one path today and then choose another path tomorrow. Instead, you commit, you follow through. The second way to shift from emotion to commitment is to anchor to your why and not your mood. Your reason for starting is more reliable than how you actually feel in this moment. So you need to think back to why you even began this journey. What were you chasing? What were you trying to avoid? Because that clarity of your why can relight your fire even when the flame feels like it's already out. And third, build a non-negotiable routine because when small habits are locked in, actions become automatic. You don't have to hype yourself up. You just have to show up. Every small win builds momentum. And even when big results take time, those small actions remind you that this is working. It's just, still cooking. So let's move to point number two. Redefine what progress looks like. Progress is not always obvious. You might be showing up, doing the work, putting in the time, but you're still not seeing the results that you want. And that can be frustrating. But it's also normal because real progress doesn't always come with fanfare. Sometimes just showing up is the win. We've been trained to chase perfection, but perfection is actually an illusion. Instead, measure your wins by consistency, not performance. A bad work session still keeps your streak alive. Truth of the matter is this: all work works. Either it works in the way that you hoped and expected, or it works on you by building your grit, refining your process, making you better. The last piece here is about using micro goals to build or rebuild your motivation because sometimes motivation fades because the reward is too far away. But when you break things down into tiny wins, something you can finish in one sitting, then you trigger a dopamine hit and your brain starts wanting to play the game again. And that small win pulls you forward into the next task. And before you know it, you're back in motion. Now, for point number 3, build systems that carry you. Because when motivation disappears, systems keep you moving. They take the pressure off of you, so you don't have to make the same decision every single day because you already made the decision. And now the system carries that decision out. It's like brushing your teeth. You've already decided to brush your teeth. You don't wait until you feel inspired, you just do it. And that's the power of a routine that runs on autopilot. And one way to make this work is by setting clear cues and triggers. Your environment could tell your brain, hey, it's time to work. Whether that's like a specific playlist you're going to listen to, a certain chair, or how you actually open your day. Because those cues, they matter. It's kind of like Pavlov's dog, but it's in your favor. You create the signal, you follow the pattern, and the work gets done. And here's kind of the last piece. Set a clear win condition for the day. Because knowing when you're done, it reduces overwhelm and it actually builds satisfaction. Because it's hard to stay motivated when you're always feeling behind. There's always more work to be done. And in this day and age of AI, where we are empowered to do even more, we attempt to do more than ever, and that to-do list continues to grow. We mark 10 things off the list today, but then we add another 30 on the list today. So decide on 3 things that must be done today, and if they're done, then the day is a win. If they didn't get done, then it's a learning exercise to either pick the right 3 things tomorrow or determine what needs to change to actually accomplish your desired task next time. So this turns every day into a chance to adjust and to improve, not just grind endlessly. So if you're feeling done and unsure how to keep going when motivation is gone, then just keep these points in mind, and these small actions will help you keep going even when you don't feel like it. And then before too long, you will actually feel like it. So I'll leave you with this verse from Proverbs. And Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established." So do the work, and then motivation will follow.